In the first game of the series, in the bottom of the second, Andrew Vaughn gets the scoring started with a 2-run home run, his 15th of the year. In the top of the seventh, Billy McKinney hits a sac fly to make it 2-1. In the bottom of the eighth, Andrew Benintendi hits a sac fly to make it 3-1. And then Luis Robert Jr. hits a 2-run double to make it 5-1. The winning pitcher was Dylan Cease. His record was now 5-5 with a 4.42 ERA. The losing pitcher was Cole. He is now 10-3 with a 2.75 ERA. And the save goes to Brian Shaw, his first one of the season. His ERA goes to 5.28. This was the game that Aaron Boone got his 6th ejection, which is the most in American League teams. He came out. It was an awful call by umpire Laz Diaz. I wouldn't say it wasn't a strike because it was. The catcher was set up on the inside part of the plate, reached over to the outside part of the plate and got the call. And then Aaron Boone was livid. He came out, he started yelling in the umpire's face, and then he drew a line outside the home plate with his foot. And then he started to imitate Laz Diaz. It was hilarious. He goes up and he just goes. It was funny. Go back and watch it. But he was awful all game, both sides. So I think Aaron Boone just got tired of it. Can't blame him, especially with the offense struggling the way that it was. And then in the second game of the series, the Yankees get the scoring started with an IKF 2-run double to go up 2-0. Harrison Bader gets an RBI single to go up 3-0. And Jake Bowers hits a sac fly to go up 4-0. In the bottom of the fourth, Luis Robert Jr. hits his 31st home run for a solo shot to make it 4-1. And then in the top of the eighth, we get some insurance by Kyle Higashioka, hit an absolute bomb, 2-run home run, 7th home run of the season to make it 6-1. And then can we get an all rise? My guy Aaron Judge hits his 21st home run of the season to make it 7-1, which was the final score of the game. Clark Schmidt continues to pitch very well. He's a great number 2 right now, seeing how Carlos Rodon got paid a ton of money to come in, have 4 starts, go 1-3 with a 7.76 ERA. That is just awful. Can't stand the way that he has came out and performed this season. The losing pitcher was Tuki Toussaint. He goes 1-5 with a 4.27 ERA. And the Yankees end up winning that game 7-1 to tie the series up. And in the final game of the series, the Yankees continue their offensive struggles. Yasmani Grandal starts it off in the bottom of the second inning, gets an RBI single to go up 1-0. And then Oscar Colas hits a 2-run home run, his 3rd home run of the season, to go up 3-0. In the bottom of the third, Yohan Moncada hits an RBI double to go up 4-0. Giancarlo Stanton in the top of the fourth got a ground ball RBI. He was able to bring in a run to make the score 4-1. In the bottom of the fifth, there was a terrible error by Gleyber Torres. He's getting me very, very annoyed when he makes an error and he just throws these little like kid fits. It's very sickening to watch. You are a professional ball player. Make the damn play. Keep your head down. Like I always tell the kids that I coach, you can't field what you can't see. And Gleyber Torres, he tried to pick something and he looking like that. Like, what do you do? What is going on? And then you're like, oh, like, dude, you're not even looking at the ball. Like, figure it out. Because it's happened way too many times this season. And it's not the glove's fault. Don't look at the glove, because that's one thing that you do too, Gleyber. And that really annoys me as well. So figure it out. A run ended up scoring on that error by Gleyber to make it 5-1. And then in the top of the seventh, Giancarlo Stanton hits his 18th home run of the season, solo shot to make the score 5-2. And then in the bottom of the eighth was the dagger for the White Sox. Elvis Andrus comes up with the bases loaded, and he hits a 3-run double down the left field line to go up 8-2. And then right after him, Tim Anderson, you know him by all the viral videos going around this week. He's the guy that got knocked out. Oh man. But he's appealing his suspension, so that's why he's able to play right now. They go up 9-2, and that was the final score. The winning pitcher was Mike Clevenger. His record is now 4-5 with a 3.55 ERA. The losing pitcher, yet again, Luis Severino. His record is 2-7 with an 8.06 ERA. Boom. What are we doing? Why do we continue to throw this guy out there and try to see if he can figure it out on the fly? This dude gives up nothing less than 5 runs or 4 runs every time he goes out on the mound. It's been consistent for the last 4 or 5 starts. And me as a fan, I'm getting sick of watching him. I love the guy because of what he did in the past, but he's not the same guy. Coming back from Tommy John, he's lost a little bit of velocity on his fastball, and I don't know what needs to be done, but I hope that they just DFA him for a couple starts, go down and figure it out in AAA, because you are not doing this team any good at all. Like, this was a big game in the series to be able to go out and win the series. And then we go out and we start Ian Hamilton, and then we bring in Severino from the bullpen, and he still gives up 4 runs in 2 innings. I mean, you don't have to go to Harvard to know, or a big school to know that this guy sucks. He absolutely sucks right now. And what do you do to people that suck? You send them down to AAA so they can hopefully they can figure it out, come back in a couple weeks. Maybe he can help us out in the bullpen, but I do not want to see this guy start again. Not this season. He's gone out there saying that he is the worst pitcher in baseball. Mentally, he's out of it already. You can't go out and say that. Like, all the teams know now that every time that you go out there on the mound every 5th day, that you feel like you're the worst pitcher. So you're going to play like the worst pitcher. And that's what you've been doing. Boom. Just send him down, bro. I'm tired of it. It's really stressful as a fan to watch him just continuously just get smacked all over the ballpark, and runs just it's like a Ferris wheel. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.